All right, so we're going to look at Litleo's scorecard. I'm going to pop it up here for you on the screen. What I want you to understand is that low, medium, and high has no indication in terms of low is not bad and high is not good. It's simply a spectrum of a scale to kind of give us a guideline of where their personality traits are. So the first thing that we are looking for is assertiveness, and this is in regards to humans. So as you see me crawl into the testing area, what I'm looking for is how quickly does he approach me? Does he notice me at all? Does he run into my lap and cover me with kisses? So he scored a medium, and what I'm looking for is that's because he kind of politely crawled into my lap, he said hello, and he was very pleasant to be there. Confidence is the next thing. So even before I get into the test area, I'm observing how he's moving about the space. What kinds of things is he exploring, or is he just scared in a corner? So again, he got a medium. He was a little bit cautious in the beginning, but then he was happy to check things out. And then throughout the test, he was always up for a challenge. He tried the bridge, he tried the tunnel. The crinkly things really weren't a deterrent for him. So he's right in the middle there. And confidence is always one of those things that we continue building in our dogs through their whole life. Motivation level, so that workability. Some dogs want to train with their owners. They enjoy a good training session, and other dogs don't really. They want to hang out on the couch and they're okay to do less. So workability, motivation level, he was up for things that I asked, but then he was easily distracted. So he's right in the middle there. So I think he'll be a happy training buddy. Nerve resilience or nerve strength. Basically, how does he manage stress? And what I noticed throughout the test was if there was a startle, he recovered really quickly, which is what we want. Dogs are always going to be encountering new items, new things, new experiences through their whole life. And what we're looking for is that they can recover from new experiences very quickly. And I think that he's going to be really successful with that. Touch tolerance, middle of the road. He let me, but he didn't necessarily like melt and enjoy into my arms. So again, this is something that we can constantly build, especially with doodles. They're going to be at the groomer lots. It's really important that we continue to build this touch tolerance. And we do that just by consistently handling their bodies, their paws, their nails. We're tapping on their nails. All of these different things that we're doing to handle their bodies is increasing that touch tolerance. And we're not necessarily increasing the amount that the dog is enjoying it. That's not what touch tolerance is. It's simply, will they let you? Because the groomer, the vet, all of these different experiences are going to require that they're tolerant to that. Energy level. Again, this is different than being calm. So what we notice is that he has periods where he kind of speeds up his energy, he's playful and he runs around. And then there's other times where he settles down really nicely. So he's kind of middle of the road for energy level. Sound and sight sensitivity. So the sounds, we make loud sounds. What we're noticing is, do they startle? How quickly do they recover from that startle, or do they even notice? And so for him, with sight and sound, he noticed the loud sounds and he noticed kind of a startling sound when I popped up the tunnel, but he recovered immediately. He didn't really notice. He wasn't stressed out by it. He was aware of it and he moved on. Prey drive. How much did he want to chase the little ball around? Did he want to chase the toys? Did he want to chase things that were moving? Did he want to follow me around? And again, middle of the road. He was happy to chase the ball. I do think that he might enjoy a good game of fetch. It's really hard to teach a dog to play fetch when they have no prey drive. So I think he's going to be really fun. In this area. And then on the flip side, for a family that has really young kids tend to run through the house. And so if a dog has a high prey drive, that can be a challenge that you kind of have to work against their innate nature. So he's middle of the road. I think that he will be distractible if necessary, but I think he's going to enjoy a good game of fetch. Human focused. Again, middle of the road. He's really kind of an even keel guy. He followed me around the testing area. He kind of noticed. He would go do his own thing with toys and then he would check back in with me. So he does seek me out for attention on a regular basis, but he was also okay. He wasn't glued to my side the whole time. He was okay to go do his own thing and play with toys. And tenderheartedness. So in the test, you see I kind of roll on the floor and I pretend to start crying and I have a fit, and he was really concerned for me. What we're looking for here, for example, a moderately tenderhearted dog might come check in on me and then he might get up, encourage me to get up, and kind of move on, or he would check in and then leave. Litleo was really worried about me. He stayed with me while I was sad. But he was strong enough to handle the emotions. So a dog that is extremely tenderhearted often takes those emotions upon themselves. So, and which can be really challenging. And then we cause distress in the dog, which we don't want. But he was highly tenderhearted, which is a really nice trait in a dog. They're worried about you. Those are the dogs that are going to lay with you when you're sick, and check in on you. They're going to sense that you're having a bad day. Dog friendliness, he was neutral. This test is a little bit tricky with the Stuffy. I've observed him with the dogs in our house, and he's happy to play with them. He's not really excessively up in their face. He's not assertive in that way, but he doesn't seem to be overly submissive. So neutral, I think he'll do really well in a home that either has a dog or doesn't. So that kind of wraps up Litleo's scorecard. I do really think that he's kind of a middle of the road, even kill guy. I think he's going to fit into a lot of different situations and thrive in a variety of different homes.